Good morning, everybody. It is just approaching 10:30, so we'll start shortly. Right, we'll start now. So hands in Dhyan Mudra, right hand in the left palm on your lap. Eyes closed. We'll chant one Om and say the prayer. Re Chak Purak Hands in Namaste position, and we'll start the prayer. Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahana Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karvavahai Tejasvinavaditamastu ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Rub the palms together, spread the energy over the face, open the eyes, and we'll start Pranakarshan Kriya, slow deep breathing, as always counts of 10 for Pura, 20 for Rechak, and we will do 5 repetitions. Rechak, Pura, Rechak. Purak, Rechak. Purak, Rechak. Purak, Rechak. One more time. Purak, Rechak. Breathe normally. Now we'll do the Brahma Mudras, neck exercises. Starting with the first one, moving the head to the left or the right. Re, Chak, Purak. Head to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Stretch the neck as much as you can. Come back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Re, Chak. Purak. Head to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Stretch as much as you can. Come back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Recha. Purak. Head to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, stretch. Come back, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, Recha. Purak. To the right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, stretch. Come back, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, Recha. Second variation, dropping the head to the left and the right, stretching the opposite arm out and holding the hand on the same side to pull the head down. Recha. Purak. Drop the head towards the left shoulder, stretch the right arm out, left hand to pull the head down further. Come back. Recha. Purak. Head to the right shoulder, left arm stretched out, right hand pulling the head down. Come back. Recha. Purak. Head to the left shoulder, right arm stretched out, right hand pulling the head down. Come back. Recha. Purak. Head to the right shoulder, left arm stretched out, right hand pulling the head down. Come back. Recha. Now the third variation, dropping the head back. Recha. Purak. Drop the head back. Face the front. Recha. Purak. Drop the head back. Face the front. Recha. Now do the gentle jerks with the head, so just loosen your neck. And let's start. Left, center, right, center. Left, center, right, center. Left, center, right, center. Stop. Now we'll do the 360-degree rotation of the head, so drop the chin towards the chest. Start movement to the left, back, right, front, left, back, right, front, left, back, right, front. Stop, change direction. Go to the right, back, left, front, right, back, left, front, right, back, left, front. Stop, lift your head up, rub the palms together, spread the energy of the face and open the eyes. And now we'll do the Skanda Kriya, shoulder exercises. Start by moving the shoulders up and back. Let's start. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The other direction. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Fingers of both hands on the respective shoulders, elbows touching in the front. And let's start up and back. 1, 2, touch your wrists behind the back each time. 3, 4, and 5. Change direction. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now we'll do the Naman Mudras, bending postures. Take the position of Naman Mudra number 1, hands in Namaste position, elbows close to the body. Back upright, eyes closed. For this Naman Mudra, we bow to the Supreme Divinity in the form of earth. Om Prithviye Namaha Recha Purak, arms go up. Recha, bend from the hip joint. Arms remain fully stretched out as you go down. Keep your arms outstretched for a few seconds. Now retract your hands, bring them close to the head. Relax the body and breathe normally. Four things on Rechak. You breathe out, stretch the arms out again. Bring your head back in line with the spine and apply the Mool Bandh or the root lock. Rechak Purak. Rechak. Hands come down. Second variation of Naman Mudra. Arms behind the back, right hand in the left palm, thumbs interlocked, shoulders thrown back, elbows are not bent. For this Naman Mudra, we bow to the Supreme Divinity in the form of water. Om Jalaya Namaha Rechak Purak Rechak. Bend forward, head in line with the spine as you go down. Keep the arms outstretched for a few seconds. Now drop your head, slide the hands up the back, drop the elbows, relax the body and breathe normally. Once again, four things on Rechak. Rechak Purak Rechak. Third variation, hands at the lowest part of the abdomen, fingers interlocked, elbows close to the body, shoulders thrown back, opening up the chest. For this Naman Mudra, we bow to the Supreme Divinity in the form of fire. Om Agniye Namaha Rechak Purak Rechak. Drop your head, drop your elbows, relax the body and breathe normally.
I'm relaxed, but alert.
Once again, four things on Rechak. Rechak Purak, come up. Rechak. Fourth variation, arms behind the back, folded behind the back, each hand holding the opposite elbow. For this Naman Mudra, we bow to the Supreme Divinity in the form of air. Om Vayave Namaha Rechak Purak Rechak. Bend forward. Drop your head, relax the body, breathe normally. This time, three things on Rechak, because you do not move our arms after coming down. Rechak Purak Rechak. Now the fifth variation, arms folded in the front. For this Naman Mudra, we bow to the Supreme Divinity in the form of space. Om Akashaya Namaha. Re Chak Purak. Re Chak. Make sure your arms remain overhead all the way down. And relax the body and breathe normally. Once again, three things on Rechak. Rechak, Purak, Rechak. Rub the palms together. Spread the energy of the face. Open the eyes. Stretch your legs out. Loosen the joints of the legs. And come and sit in a comfortable cross-legged position. And we'll now do Kapalbhati. Usual counts 54, 54, 108. Hold for 10, 10, 20 with locks applied and Amakruti. Start with the right nostril. Re Chak. Half Purak. Close the left nostril and start. Hand down and hold. Purak. Rechak. Purak. Rechak. Breathe normally. Now we'll do it on the left side. Re Chak. Half Purak. Twist to the left. I beg your pardon. I beg your pardon. We'll do that again. Re Chak. Half Purak. Close the right nostril and start. Hand down and hold your breath. Purak. Rechak. Purak. Rechak. Breathe normally. Now 108 counts with both nostrils. Hold for 20 with locks and Amar Kruti after that. Re, chak, half pura, and start. Stop, hold your breath, chin on the chest. Vayusa Purak and hold. Gulp the air. Recha. Purak. Recha. Purak. Recha. Now we'll do the Ujjayi breathing. All three variations we'll do twice each. Starting with Saral Ujjayi. Re, chak, purak. Re, chak. Purak. Re, chak. Now Madhya Ujjayi, hands below the waist, shoulders and elbows thrown back, opening up the chest. And here we'll be stretching our lungs horizontally. Re, chak, purak. Re, chak. Purak. Re, chak. Now Urdhva Ujjayi, arms go up as you breathe in and come down as you breathe out. And we'll be stretching our lungs vertically. Re, chak, purak. Re, chak. Switch arms. Purak. Re, chak. Now we'll do Nad Sadhana, followed by a brief meditation. So we'll do, as always, three Ujjayi breaths before the three Oms. And then after that we'll do the quiet meditation. And like we did yesterday, we'll be focusing on mastering your day. So the idea is that you map out your day well, properly, so that you end up with a perfect intention progress towards your perfect intention. That is the thought. So we'll do that for about 3 deep breaths, and then after that we'll do 2 Hasta Karna Baddha Oms. Re Chak Purak 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 Shant, Shant. Listen to the lingering sound of the Om in your mind and observe your breathing. How we breathe in and how we breathe out. Now work on mastering your day. Think about what you need to do, how you're going to plan it to achieve a perfect intention or what you want for the day. Now we'll chant 2 Hasta Karna Baddha Oms. So cup your palms, place them over the ears, fingers behind the head, thumbs on either side of the voice box or larynx. Re Chak Purak Purak Rub the palms together, spread the energy of the face and open the eyes. And now we've cut down the breathing exercises for today to spend more time on the asanas that are to help your knee problems. So we just got a few more minutes. So we'd just like to do Bhastrika Pranayam type 3. We did Bhastrika Pranayams type 1 and 2 yesterday. So type 3, everything is done with individual nostrils. So we start off with 21 counts of Kapalbhati with the right nostril. We hold for 21 counts. Then Purak with the right nostril for 5. Hold for 20 counts in Antarkumbhak with locks. Rechak with the left nostril for a count of 10. Hold in Baya Kumbhak for a count of 10. Then we repeat that, doing everything with the, Kapalbhati with the left nostril, Purak with the left nostril, and Rechak with the right nostril. So it's the opposite from the first part. Alright, so we'll start. Rechak, half Purak, close the left nostril, and start. hold, Purak right, Antakumak with locks, Rechak left, fold via Kumbhak, Purak both nostrils, Rechak, Purak, Rechak. Now do it from the left side start. Rechak, half Purak, close the right nostril and start. Hold, Purak left, Antakumbhak with locks, Rechak right, hold, Purak, Rechak, Purak, Rechak. Rub the palms together, spread the energy of the throat, open the eyes.
Okay, now we'll talk about how we can prevent knee pain or manage knee pain better. We already have it. So, three of the main causes of knee pain are osteoarthritis, which most of us seem to develop as we age, sports injuries, and a torn meniscus. Now, meniscus is the cartilage between the knee joint which acts as a shock absorber. But if there isn't enough synovial fluid in the joint, it starts flaking. The meniscus starts flaking, and then it's bone against bone, and that's what causes the pain. In fact, the most common surgery is apparently for a torn meniscus. More serious injuries that take longer to heal are a torn ligament which connects bone to bone, or a torn tendon which connects the bone to the muscle. And one thing that we don't often think of is wearing shoes with worn out soles can also cause knee pain, because depending on where the sole of the shoe is worn out, your foot tends to pronate, which means when you're walking it tends to kind of bend inside, or supinate, so it bends on the outside, and that can cause knee pain. I remember when in the days that we were jogging, I used to develop pain if I didn't change my running shoes often enough, because of the way the sole of the shoe was worn out. So how can we prevent knee pain? by making sure that the joint is well lubricated. And how can we make sure that it's well lubricated with synovial fluid? By keeping the knee active, by remaining active, doing regular exercise. Also, one thing to remember is that there's more strain on the knee when you climb down the stairs rather than up the stairs. And partly that is because, and if you have more weight, in fact, the knee hurts even more. So it's a good idea to keep your weight under control. The knee joint is one of the most important joints in the body, but it has very limited mobility because it's a hinge joint. It can only go up and down. It doesn't do sideways. It can only go up and down. So very limited movement. Strengthening the muscles around the knees, which is the quadriceps and the hamstrings, as well as the calf muscles. Strengthening those is what's going to help to prevent knee pain or to manage it if you already have knee pain. So we need to strengthen these muscles, and we will be doing some of that when we start. So when there is pain in the knee, there's often inflammation, and that helps to increase the blood circulation in the area, and it helps to heal minor injuries. But even as your knee is healing, it's very important to keep it moving. Don't stop doing everything because your knee hurts a little bit. At least do walking, which is gentle exercise. You don't need to walk very fast or anything, but it keeps the joint moving. Okay? So do that. And now, before we start the exercises and talk about the exercises, I want to make sure that anybody who has any knee pain first consults the doctor. That is most important. Often the doctor will tell you what the problem is, and he will refer you to a physiotherapist or sometimes even a chiropractor. But I find doctors always favor physiotherapists. So he'll send you to a physiotherapist, and the physiotherapist will not only give you the treatment, but he will tell you to do some exercises which may be similar to what we are going to do today. But most people have a habit of not doing them when they go home. So let's try in our practice to do these exercises. Applying heat a couple of minutes before knee exercises is a good habit because it helps to loosen the knee joint and help to move it better. One thing I have told you before but may not have mentioned it often enough is using sesame oil, till oil. You heat it and you melt some camphor. You get the camphor in a pack of 4, I think. What I had done was bought a bottle of sesame oil from the Indian grocery store, emptied it, heated it a little bit, melted the camphor and put it back in the bottle. And then every time you want to use it for pain, you can either heat it slightly or put it on your palms and rub your palms and then massage your knees in a circular motion. So let's all do this for a little while just to kind of warm up the knees, and then we'll start doing the exercises. And before we actually do the exercises today, I want to bring to your notice that when we do the warm-ups on Monday, the micro warm-up exercises, what happens is we are doing a lot of exercises for the knee joint already, for the knee joint, for the hip joint, and for the ankles before we go to the shoulders. Remember, the first half of the exercises is all for the legs. So remember those as well will help. But if you are going to stand up, bend your knees and you're going to just roll them gently 5 times one way and 5 times the other way. Okay, and then to strengthen the calves, we are going to put our foot on the floor with the heel on the heel. Stand on your heel on your left foot, raise your toes up, and you're going to try to pull your foot towards your shin. What you're doing here is you're stretching your hamstring muscle, the back of the leg, and the calf muscle. So you're stretching both of those. And then what we're going to do is we're going to put our foot down and raise it again. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now let's do the same thing on the right foot. On your heel, pull your foot towards your shin. Feel that stretch in your hamstring muscle and your quadricep muscle. Your calf muscle. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay? So the next thing you're going to do is lean back against the wall. If you have the wall close to you, it'll help. Move your feet a little away from you and slowly slide down. Make sure that your heels are right under your knees. So you're going to sit as if you are sitting in a chair, but you're sitting against the wall. Your back is supported by the wall. And what is this helping to do? To strengthen your quadricep muscles. These thigh muscles become strong if you stay like this. Try staying for 30 seconds to begin with. Increase it to a minute or more if you have the time. It will not only strengthen your quadricep muscles, but it will also help to strengthen your core muscles, your abdominal muscles. And slowly come out of that pose. And next, we are going to do the stretches for the quadriceps. Okay? So if you want to hold on to the chair, you can hold on to the chair or to the wall next to you. If you can manage without, you'll also help your balance. So slowly put your weight in your left foot and then slowly raise your right foot and hold it in your hand and try to get those knees in line. You are stretching the front of your thighs, the quadricep muscles, and then try to take your knee a little further back, and here you are stretching your hip flexor, this part. Stay here for a little while. Feel that stretch and release that. Now put your weight in your right foot, and once you feel or hold on to the wall, that's perfectly fine. Take your left foot in your hand. Stretch your quadricep muscle. Try to get those knees in line first. Stay here for a bit and then move your knee back. This way you feel the stretch even more, and you're also stretching your hip flexor, which is this muscle. And release that. Next, we are going to do the Utkatasan, which we've done many times before. Again, this is going to help us to strengthen our quadricep muscles. So keep your feet parallel to each other, hip distance apart. So not very wide, not too narrow. Raise your arms up and slowly start putting your butt down as if you're going to sit in a chair. When you do that, your knees don't bend first. What you put down first is your butt. Your knees are behind your toes. Your weight is in your heels. You can do it just above the chair so that if you feel as if you can't stay there too long, you can just sit on the chair. Stay here for as long as you can, starting with 30 seconds, and then you can increase it and slowly come up. So this again is going to strengthen your quadricep muscles. Next, we're going to try the same thing on our toes. So perhaps the people on the chair want to take it easy here, but those of us who can stand up, slightly raise your heels, very slightly first, okay? Get your balance, then raise your arms, and then slowly start going down. Here you'll find that your knees are going to bend first because you're trying to go down straight. And then when you feel that you're low enough, see if you can raise your heels higher. And come down. With practice, you'll be able to stay like this much longer. Okay? Okay, so now let's see what we have. The next exercise we're going to do is sitting down. And this is something we do in our warm-ups every day. This is called Baddha Konasana or bound angle pose. So you're going to put the soles of your feet together, then bring your body close to the feet. Your hands are behind you and you're sitting upright as possible. I don't think you can see my knees here. So let me do it again. So what you want to do is put the soles of your feet together, put your hands behind you, make your back absolutely straight, and it's possible that some of you don't have too much flexibility in your groin here. So your knees may be up there. So let's do a little gentle butterfly here. And over time, it's possible that you'll build enough flexibility to keep your knees flat on the floor. But for now, wherever you are, if you want to put cushions under your knees, if they are like this, that's fine. Or if you feel comfortable enough with your hands on the floor behind you and your back upright, sit as upright as possible. Okay, the next asana we are going to do is called Dandasana. Dandasana is staff pose. So what you do is you stretch your legs out in front of you and you move the fleshy part of your butt out of the way, and then you sit upright. Your hands on either side of your hips. And you'll notice that it's not easy to sit like this. Flex your feet so that your toes are towards your body. It's not easy to sit like this for very long, especially if you're trying to sit upright. And then we do an asana called Paschimottanasana, which is you raise your arms up and then bend forward from your hip joint and hold on to your big toe if you can, each hand holding on to the big toe, and then see if you can bend your elbows to bring your torso forward. The important thing is to keep your knees flat on the floor, because if they are not flat, you're not stretching your hamstring muscles or your calf muscles. Here we are not only stretching our spine very nicely, but also our hamstring muscles and our calf muscles. Stay here for a little longer. You'll find that when you're in a certain posture, if you try to relax in that posture and stay there for a little while, you will improve much faster. Slowly come out of it. And by the way, in this pose, if you were only able to put your hands on your shins like this, that's fine too. Okay, that's the beginning. Over time, if you keep doing this, you'll get better and you'll be able to hold on to your big toes and you'll be able to go flat, which even I'm not able to, even though we've been doing it for some time. Now the next asana is called Janu Shirsasana. So you stretch your left leg out, flex your foot, left foot. Your right foot is on the inner left thigh. And just to get used to, what we're going to do is try to bend forward. But just to get our body used to it, let's swing from side to side. 1, 2, and 3. and then touch your toes, but each time you touch your toes, bend forward a little more to get your body used to that. And now raise your arms up. Make sure your torso is right over that leg as you bend forward. See if wherever you can hold on, and then see if you can touch your forehead to the knee. More important is to get your chest on that thigh. Maybe you are right here, maybe you are here. Wherever you can hold on, hold on. And again, if you relax in the pose, you're going to find that it gets easier. You feel more comfortable. Again, your knee is getting nicely stretched along with your hamstring muscles and your calf muscles. And slowly come out of it. Stretch your right leg out in front of you. Your left foot is on the inner right thigh. Flex this foot so that your toes are towards your body. And then let's swing. 1, 2, 3. And then touch your toes. 1, 2, bend forward. 3, 4, 5, and 6. Now raise your arms up. Make sure your torso is right over that leg and then bend forward. Hold on wherever you can. See if you can get your chest on that thigh and your forehead to the knee. And then slowly come up and sit for a little bit in a cross-legged position just to catch your breath before we go on to the next asana. So take a couple of deep breaths. So now the next asana we're going to do is called Virasana. But I want to show you the difference between Vajrasana, which we do right in the beginning. In Vajrasana, you sit on your heels. If you notice, I'm sitting right on my heels. But in Virasana, you move your calves on the sides of your thighs, your feet are near your hips, and your butt is on the floor. Now, if you cannot get your butt on the floor, what you want to do is put a blanket, rolled up blanket under you, because you do not want to sit without any support. You want something to rest your butt on. So if you can't reach the floor, you should put a blanket. And also in the beginning, when you've not done this asana very much, your knees might be apart. Eventually, you will get them together like this. And you notice my calves are on either side of my thighs and my feet are on either side of my hips. So again, when you sit in Virasana, you want to put your hands next to you, pull your shoulders back, sit upright, and sit for a few minutes. Few seconds in this case, because we don't have a lot of minutes. But when you're doing it on your own, you can start with sitting like this for 30 seconds and then slowly increase it to a minute or more. Slowly come out of it, and we are going to do a version of an asana called Bharadwajasana. So I want to show it to you from the side. So what you do is, you put your right foot there, your left foot is on your right foot, on the arch of your right foot. You see that? So I'm going to turn around now, and you'll notice that the tendency is for the body to go this way. I don't want it to go that way. I want it to be upright. So putting your hand here will help you to make sure your torso is right in the middle. Then you hold your right knee with your left hand, and you put your right hand slightly behind you. And you have a nice twist in your waist. And you want to try very hard to remain upright and not allow that weight to kind of pull you forward like that. You want to be upright. Stay here for a little longer and then release that and switch sides. So this time you're going to put your left foot down, your right foot is going to be on the arch here. And again, I have a tendency to kind of lean this way, if you notice. So you want to put your hand there to make sure your torso is in the middle. And then you want to put your right hand on your left knee, your left hand behind you, and you see that you get a nice twist in your waist. You're making sure that your back is upright. It's not leaning back or forward for that matter, or leaning to one side. You want to be, your torso should be right in the middle. And slowly come out of it. And now we're going to do an asana that I may have done with you before. So what you need to do here is, it's called Marichasana. So you stretch your left leg out. Your right foot is close to your groin. Your left foot is flexed. So this is stretching. Can you see it? This is stretching. This is flexing. So flex your foot. Toes are towards your body. Your right foot is close to your groin. And then I'm going to show you the easiest version. You're going to put your elbow here and you're going to put your right hand on the floor behind you. And you're going to sit upright, feeling a nice stretch on your leg. The right knee is getting a bending action here. And you're going to be not leaning back or leaning forward. Release that. Stretch your right leg out. Bring your left foot very close to your groin and put your left hand behind you. Your right hand with your elbow on the knee here, just supporting your leg. Your knee up here, and you again make sure that your back is upright, you're not leaning back or anything. And take a few deep breaths here. Make sure this foot is not just falling any which way. Keep it firm, very active. And release that. And we've got only 3 minutes more, so if you have any questions, we'll be happy to answer them. Otherwise, I just want to reiterate that the most important thing is to keep your joints moving. And one of the best exercises, especially since the weather is improving, is going for a walk. If you can go even for a slow walk, that's fine, but it gets the synovial fluid stimulated and it keeps these knees and the ankles, all the joints lubricated so that you don't feel pain. You know, yoga does not cure anything. I don't think it cures anything completely, but it can definitely help to manage pain and to help heal the pain. Okay.
All right, so the thought of the day, again, today is a fairly brief one, but a good one too. And it says, it's by a person called Wayne Dyer. When you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. When you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change.
Okay, so any questions at all? If you have any questions, you want to send them to us, that's fine too. You know our telephone number, 416-399-3913, or you can send it to the Satchev WhatsApp, wherever. We are happy to answer any questions you may have. So now sit in Dhyan Mudra with your hands in Dhyan Mudra. back upright, eyes closed, and take a couple of deep breaths. Now we'll chant 2 Oms and then the Shanti part to close the practice. Rechak, Purak, Purak, Hands and Namaste for the prayer. Asato ma satgamaya, tamaso ma jyotirgamaya, mrityu ma amritam gamaya. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Rub your palms together. Spread the energy over your face. Open your eyes.